Hi everyone, I'm here for a chit chat. I came in here because I've got so much difficulty in doing one of the signs reading, which is Virgo's reading. I've attempted it for 4 times. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. The reading just is not going anywhere at all. So I'm just here to find out generally what's happening to Virgos. What's happening to the Virgos? Just waiting for some of my friends. Hello, who's here? It's been a long time, maybe about 1 week. Still standing. Oh Lord, you're still standing. How have you been? You know why I'm here? Because I was so stuck in one of the reading for Virgos. Oh, you're crying. Why are you crying? Come, tell me your problem. Tell me what's happening. See if I can help you. Oh, I'm good. You sure? And why are you crying? Since there's no one here, you can tell me your problem. I see if I can help you. Who's the other one? The other person here not saying hi? Just waiting to see if the rest of them, if they're coming in to join me for a bit. I had so much difficulty doing one of the readings today. Tasha, you sound familiar. I think, Tasha, you were here with me. No, I'm laughing at you. I'm not crying. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was buffering. No worries. Tasha and Still Standing, the both of you, I remember. The other day I was playing this game and the both of you were here. Who else is here? All right, we've got some other guys. I'm Cancer dealing with Aries. Oh, yes, I did want to ask a question. All right, tell me your problems. I might not, I don't know. I didn't come in to want to do a reading but then I want to try out my energy because I've been working on the Virgos reading the whole 2019. I mean, for those of you who get some of the notification, I'm working on the 2019 reading. Oh my Lord, Jesus Christ, please help me. Like the whole Virgo reading, I was doing it for 4 times. All the cards don't make sense. They just don't make sense. Any Virgo here? Any Virgo here? I'll come in to speak with you on all of your issues. Just hang in there with me. Let me talk about my issues first. I'm a Virgo and my love interest is Aquarius. Nice. Tasha, can you give me some clue? What's happening to how do you foresee your 2019 gonna be? How do all of you Virgos foresee your 2019 gonna be? Because when I lay the spread for 4 times, I did the recording, I repeat myself, I cancel it, I void it, I deleted it, I restarted, I'm just like a silly idiot here talking to myself. Hi Virgos, welcome to my channel, blah blah blah. You know that standard script. I think they know each other. I'm also seeing a Leo. Don't dog us, Aries now. LOL. Still standing. Still standing, you're an Aries? Girl, you're still an Aries? No, so I just want to say, what is my problem? Let me talk about my problem first before I talk to you guys about your problem, right? So my problem here is that all the Virgo spreads, all of that Virgo spread, they don't make sense. I've got some good cards, some bad cards, some good cards again, and then 2 bad cards, 2 good cards. I don't know how do I read the cards. I don't know how to read your cards, Virgo. I mean, if you ask me, in my opinion, I would say it's shitty. It's just shitty. Is that how is it gonna be? Alright, you girls are talking among yourself. No one wants to bother about me. I'm gonna cry. No one wants to bother about me. Alright, Leos, for the male and the female, there's going to be 2 energies for Leo male and Leo female. For the Leo males, Leo males are going to be the heartbreaker, right? Leo males are going to be the heartbreaker. The Virgo reading. What about the Virgo reading? Help me, give me some clue. How do I read a damn Virgo reading? I'm supposed to issue out I have a balance of 7 signs reading today. I'm supposed to complete them all by today. Because of the Virgo reading, I attempted for 4 times and then I just shut down everything. I went to take a nap. I just wanted to see, is it because I haven't rested enough? I'm trying to help you understand the Virgo reading. Hey, Chalk. Yeah, been a while. You know what, Chalk? You always come in and then for a short while you be gone. Sometimes when I call out your name, like, Chalk, you still around? Chalk, you still around? People be telling me, I think Chalk has left. I'm just playing girl as Aries on fire. Virgos are not balanced. You know what? If I post out the video, a lot of you are going to unsubscribe from me. If I post out the video, all of you are going to unsubscribe from me. I'll have no more Virgos left in my channel. It's so shitty. It's so shitty, I swear. It's so shitty. 4 times. Tomorrow when I try again, it will be my 5th time going to be recording your Virgos reading. I'm not balanced right now. My cycle is even off. Nice. No worries. Aries, Pisces and Aries. I've done Aries. I know Aries is not doing so well. I mean, from my perspective, what I did in my reading, I know Aries is not doing so well. Like, it is supposed to be a good year, but somehow there was a twist. There was a twist to the whole story for Aries this year. Like last year, towards the end of last year, the last quarter, the last few months of last year, it was pretty good. It was like the energy is going upwards. And then starting of this year, so last year it went up, and then January, February, it became flat. It was flat. And then now we're seeing a dipping in energy for Aries. So I'm not sure if that's what energy. Virgo energy is scattered, right? My person is a Virgo moon, so I know. Yeah, I don't know. What's the energy for Cancer? Maribel Perez, the energy for Cancer is, how should I put it? The energy for Cancer. The energy for Cancer. I did that reading. I posted it out yesterday. The energy for Cancer is, so generally Cancers, they went into a short period of time, a short period of hermit mode, like really short period of hermit mode. And then they thought they saw the bigger picture to their life. They thought they saw the bigger picture to their life. And then but gradually everything else went back to the same. It's like you just don't change your habits, you just don't change the way you practice your life, the way you do your things in life, the way you handle life, your managing methods. It is just going to be the same. But there was, at a point in time, there was some kind of enlightenment somehow by a certain event, by a certain person came in, and then they changed your life totally. It kind of gave you an enlightenment in your life, but shortly after, everything goes back to the same. Everything goes back to the same. What you need, Cancers, what you need is, you need this enlightenment. Whoever that came in to enlighten you somehow, to be there, holding on to you, with you, and to walk you through this path, this life path. Same here, Tasha. Tasha, there. Cry babies. JC, it is boo. I thought April is good for Aries. How many of you Aries having a good time? How many of you Aries having a good time? How many of you Aries having a good time? The Aries that I know, the Aries that I know, they are now at a cross junction. It's almost like you're going on a road trip. You'll be like, whoo whoo, you've got a car, you got it on a road trip, and then now you're stuck with how do I read the road sign? How do I drive here in this country? You know, it's like you're packing, you're going for a holiday, you're like, whoa, finally this is my time. And then you go on a road trip, you got your car, you start your engine, and then you be like, ooh, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. All the oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, Cancer. I'm not sure if Cancer are a stalker by nature. I really don't know. How have you guys been? Oh, some of you. Who was telling me your problem? Mm. Dogging Aries, just concerned about my situation, need answers. Maribel, what answer do you need? What answer do you need? Is there a guy that has feelings for me that is current that I have not dated yet? You're an Aries, still standing is an Aries. Go get a gun, he will leave you alone for sure. Tasha, for the Cancer to leave you alone, you got to go for a rebound. You got to get yourself hitched for a new relationship. He's ex-marine. I'm single, so I date multiple guys. Ex-marine, yeah, like from the Navy. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. But please, let's not be explicit about this. I don't want 10. I don't want like 10 over of them coming in and getting a free reading. But I just want to test out how's the energy looking like. I just want to test out how is it looking like. Tasha. No, actually still standing. For still standing. Standing guys around her whom she's not dated yet. Shh. My god. People are coming in again. Let's not tell them. If they ask what are we doing, let's not say what we're doing. Okay, if anyone asks what we're doing here, let's not say what we're doing. Let's just look like I'm not gonna put this into the camera. All right, four of you. All right, I'm not gonna show the cards. You probably pick up Cancer, Leo, and Aqua. So okay, so Tasha, you know what? Tell me exactly. I'm trying to help you. Exactly what is... Yes, because Aqua is wishy-washy. Aqua is not wishy-washy. Aqua is just flighty. Just like Gemini. I'm sorry, I do not know whether if there's any Aquarius here or Geminis here, but if by me saying that, I'm going to piss off many of them. So, of all the 12 signs, in my opinion, Geminis are the worst person, followed by Aqua, followed by Aquarius. I love Aqua, but I do not know if he loves me back. Yes, tell him to get us out of the chat. Rosh. Hi, Rosh. We're just having a chit chat over here, talking about signs. I'm great. Thank you. We're just having a chit chat talking about all the different signs. Who's the better sign to date? Stop talking to my Gemini, and now he won't speak to me, which I don't blame him. I had to do it for me. Stop talking to your Gemini, and he won't speak to me. So who initiated? Who started who started ignoring who, and who started ignoring who? Who ignored who? Did you ignore the Gemini, or the Gemini ignore you? It shouldn't be Gemini ignoring you, because in my reading, Geminis are not so lucky when it comes to opposite attraction right now. It's like somehow he was being flaky, so I started to. Lord, sometimes you have to cut people off. Oh yeah, yeah. But the journey is not gonna be comfortable. It's not gonna be easy. Yeah, that's what I did. Geminis are too flighty. Like seriously, all the Geminis that I talk to, I just can't handle them. They're just in there for the moment. They're just in there for a short while, and then they just take off. And they just disappear, just like that. They don't even account for it. I'm not asking them to account for, like, to report, oh, I'm going out, I won't be around, but you can still drop me a text, and like, okay, but you know what I'm saying, girls? I mean, for those of you who have dated a Gemini before, by the time you get to know what they're up to, it has been done and over with. And then you'd be like, oh, okay, they did it without you, right? They went without you, they planned without you, you were not in their plan, and my best friend is a Gemini. The other day I was just talking to Gemini, not Gemini, I was talking to someone else, and we were discussing about Gemini. So she was asking me, how's your experience with Geminis? So female Geminis, you find them looking at the mirror a lot. They're so self-obsessed with themselves. They appreciate themselves. He actually called me. I missed his phone call, and now he won't reach out even though I have been trying. Isn't that a very asshole thing to do? And isn't that an asshole thing to do? True. They look at the mirror, they appreciate themselves, they think they are the best looking person ever, and then they will imagine people are looking at them, they imagine people are attracted, people like them. And then for girls, I'm talking like for girls, because girls will talk about how they feel. I've got Gemini girlfriends who will tell me like, hey, that guy is looking at me, I think he's looking at me, like in a excited way. They would think that people are looking at them and people want to hit on them. Gemini girls, they think people want to hit on them. They'd be like, I think he's looking at me. Isn't it crazy? They just think the whole world is attracted to them by them. And then they would look at the mirror a lot. They'd be like, Gemini girls be like this. Yeah, exactly. My friend is so self-absorbed. Yeah. It's so crazy. I don't know where do they get the confidence from. And when I so I'm single. I'm single, and then sometimes when I do online dating, and then I ask the guy, or if not, sometimes the profile there is this section that says what's their star sign. And then I look at their profile, it says they're a Gemini, and then there's a profile header that says I'm smart, handsome, well educated, rich, and financially stable. I replied to them. I replied and I asked him, where do you find your confidence? Yeah. I don't know how. Like sometimes, even though they might be out of shape. Like Gemini, sometimes they are just out of shape, but they still feel so good about themselves. I seriously don't know where do they. No. See, my hater says live reading. Maybe not. The reason why I don't want to say chit chat because I don't want the troll to come in. This is more like a chit chat session for now, because the trolls will start to come in. If I just say chit chat, they will say I pay you 20, like pay you $20, you show your boobies and things like that. All those trolls will start to come in. So that's why I have to put live reading. Maybe not. And then I said maybe not. Sorry guys. I don't mean to trick you guys to come in, but if this is not for you, yeah, I apologize. Just want to have some time to connect with some of you guys. What did he say? What did he say? What did he say? I asked him, where did you get your confidence from? Oh, then he said, I got my confidence from my career and my education. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where do they get the confidence from. I used to know a bald guy. Actually, I know so many Geminis. I know so many Geminis. Somehow I just have an affinity. I wouldn't say I attract them, but I have an affinity with a lot of Geminis. So, or otherwise, it's just Geminis going around and hitting on girls, like just because they're confident about themselves. So I've got this one Gemini friend. He's bald. He's maybe 47, 48. He's bald. He's fat. He's like a Humpty Dumpty. He's still confident. I don't know where he gets his confidence from. I don't know. Um, Still standing, you there? I'm not sure if still standing. Can you tell me anything regarding Aquarius? Okay, the thing over here, so some of you, there's a couple of you asking about Aquarius, asking about Aqua. Let's talk about Aqua. For Aquarius, Aquarius is a very spontaneous sign. It is a very spontaneous sign. They need you to be active like them. Aquarius are very spontaneous, very active. They don't like boring, and they will never, there's never one day where they will stay home for the whole time. Never one day they will stay home for the whole time. Never. I mean, at least for the Aqua that I've known, never. They have never stayed home and never step out throughout a whole day, a full day at all. There's none. They need you to be active, hyperactive, or just at least minimally, they need you to be active. They need you to be creative like them, having ideas. What do we do today? They want to be out. Aqua wants to be out. You know how it's like a room, because they are air sign, it's like a room and then it's stuffy. You just feel like, oh, I need some fresh air. I need to open up the windows. I need fresh air. This is how Aqua is like. The most mentally unstable Capricorns. You're still here. Alright, I just want to tell you, still standing. Regarding what you asked me earlier on, a lot of them is showing me about the past. I hope you get what I'm saying. That's true. That's how I've been feeling. Frederick, you're an Aqua sign? You're Aquarius? Have anybody dated a Sagittarius? I have an experience with a Sagittarius. Actually, Sagittarius, all right. You know, how this would sound very much like, for many people are like this, but then again, it's almost like 50%. All right, but my experience with a Sagittarius is they will take a long time to get to know you. It will take a long time. And sometimes when they're getting to know you, they get to know you through through your intellect. They get to know you through your intellect. They want to know how intellectual you are. Sagittarius, they need you to be intellectual. They can't handle a bimbo. No, they need you to be intellectual. Unlike Geminis, if you talk about anything that's so unclassy, Geminis can talk to you about that. So Geminis can talk to you almost about anything and everything, and then they could just drive the conversation to something that they want to talk about. Geminis. Sagittarius, they will listen to you, what you have to say when we are talking about something over here. They'll listen to your analysis on and how does your brain work and function. They will test you on your intellect. From and okay, Sagittarius is also another sign that never stays home for the whole of the day and never stepped out on any one single day. Sagittarius never ever stay home and never stepped out in any one single day. Sounds right. I'm a Sagittarius male. Yeah. So Sagittarius male is an intellect person. You need to be intellectual, or if not, you got to be you can't be too religious, because Sagittarius is about spirituality. Sagittarius, they are spiritual. For the most part, they are spiritual. In terms of religion, Sagittarius are rarely religious. Yes, he made me feel like I needed to be what he wanted me to be. I just wasn't sure if it was a Korean culture thing or him trying to lower my self-esteem. And you're talking about Gemini? Oh no, I'm a Capricorn. What did I say about Capricorn? Oh, mentally unstable. Okay, mentally unstable, there's a few of them. I would never ever classify a Scorpio as mentally unstable, even though Scorpio can do really crazy stuff. But Scorpio, when they do things, they know what they're doing. They know what to expect. When they do certain things, they know what are they expecting in terms of the return behavior, the reaction coming back from someone. Scorpio, when we do things, we might seem crazy on the surface, but within us, we know why we are doing certain things. But it is just sometimes hard for us to explain. But for Capricorns, like they push limit, they just push limits without knowing what's the end point, where is the end point. Capricorns. And why do I say that Capricorns are mentally unstable? Capricorns have really high requirements. I wouldn't say high standards, but they have very high requirements, Capricorns. And the requirements are so high that they don't even see where the requirements end, right? They don't even see the end point. It's so high that they can't even see. Capricorns. And then when you ask them, do you really know what you're looking for? This is it. When you ask a Capricorn, do you know what you're looking for? Do you know what you want? They'll tell you, no, I do not know what I want, but I know what I do not want. This will be coming from a Capricorn. I know what I don't want, but I do not know what I want. They have really high requirements. It's like as far as it can go, they want to have the best, but there needs to be a limit, right? The Gemini. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? Oh no. The other day we have a Korean girl here. I think her name is Korea. Kimchi Bay. She's a Korean. He made me feel like I needed to be what he wanted me to be. I wasn't sure if it was a... Oh yeah. Geminis, they will make you feel like alright, this is unintentionally coming from a Gemini. It's not intentionally that they want to make you feel lesser about yourself. They want to make themselves look good or whatsoever, but somehow they just do not know that certain things that they say or they do is going to have an impact on how the other recipient is feeling about them. So that's Gemini. It's like me, I'm a moon Gemini. Sometimes the things that I say, I do not know how are people going to receive as they hear it from me. But to me, I'm just being very ignorant and innocent over here in whatever that I'm saying. But I just do not know. I just can never see how does it sound like for the receiver to hear this coming from me. So that's how Geminis are. Geminis are not scrupulous person. They are not a very scrupulous person. Like if you talk about in comparison to let's say Capricorn, Scorpios, who can be scrupulous? Who else is scrupulous? I think these are the two. If you talk about scrupulous, Capricorn and Scorpio, these are the two most scrupulous sign ever. So but Geminis, they have no time. They have no time to hurt anyone. All they want to is just have fun. Geminis just want to have fun. So if you can't manage, if you can't handle, but actually Leos wants to have fun as well. And you're a Leo, you should be you should enjoy a good time with the Gemini. Like for the most part, when nothing happened, if all is good, you should enjoy the Gemini's company. You should find them very humorous, very entertaining, interesting person. But when they start to go missing on you, that's the time where you will never understand what's wrong. You will never know what happened. What the fuck? Like Leos are very sane. They are very sane. Like you're very just saying, you know, you're not gonna do crazy stupid things like how Scorpios will do. So when people start to do crazy stuff, you'll be like, what you mean such things exist? So that's Leo. Like you wouldn't understand how crazy people can be. You just can never understand and comprehend why do they do the things they do. Like things are just simple. Life is simple. Why make it complicated? That's Leo. And I only dated one guy from my past. Exactly. Oh, yeah. So Leos are very simple-minded. They don't complicate. So when you deal with anyone who's complicated, you'll be like, oh my god. You just can't. What sign am I? I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio and rising Capricorn. So I know how crazy and how scrupulous I used to be in the past. When I'm in the corporate world, I'm really scrupulous. I know the way, the tricks, and the way to do certain things to get the results that I want to for myself. But now I'm a very kind, I'm a kind girl, I'm a kind soul, I'm a very nice person. Even though, you know, guys, like sometimes the reading when I do not know how you guys look at like readings. For the most part, like I'm sure most of the readings comes with problems. I mean, and these are the messages for the people who are here looking for signs and navigation in life because you're having some obstacle. So I'm not sure. I mean, can someone banter with me on this? Is it just my own thinking, my own thoughts about a reading? Most of the reading turn out to be very negative because these are what are the issues that exist, that's happening right now for the souls who are looking for navigation in life. I mean, if you have no problem, imagine all of you are happily dating right now on a Sunday night, chilling out with your guy, with your loved one, chilling out, Netflixing. Do you think you have time to come here on YouTube and looking out for whoever is live? Tyler is live always, most of the time, and looking out for reading, oh, what's coming? No one has time. I mean, if for those of you, I mean, that's my own opinion. I don't know. I mean, I'm saying this in a very ignorant way. I hope it doesn't offend anyone. Like for me, when I'm enjoying, when I'm seeing someone and I'm having a good time, I have no time. Like I have no time until a day when this person show me signs of him being flighty. Then I will start to look for readings like Scorpio readings for the month of March. What's the love? who the person that you're dealing with, how are they, what are they. Aren't you guys secretive? I'm secretive. Nessa, in a while, let me. So, Veronica, you were asking me, are we secretive? Let's just say we have a mind of our own. I have a mind of my own. For the most part, I'm a very open person. I might be a different kind of Scorpio when you put me, when you compare me with most of the Scorpios. We just exude a very secretive, a very mysterious vibe. But like for me, I'm a very open person. I can almost talk to all of you about anything over here, but because there might be some censorship issues, so I don't want to go beyond that. But I'm a very open person. I can easily, I always talk about my stuff. Like for me, I always talk about my life. Some of the clients who got a reading from me, sometimes in the reading I reveal to them what I had it what I had for myself, almost similar to their situation. So I'm very open to share, but it's just that certain things you can't say it on a public entertainment platform because because of some guidelines and censorship. So I think that the negative energy can come from people who are needing guidance the most. So spirit will give you the messages that they need to hear. That was what I think so as well, Tasha. That was what I think so. And sometimes they're really crude people. I do not know why these people why people have to say what they say. It's like they will say like I don't understand anything about I don't understand a thing at all. What are you talking about? Or they will just give me comments like boring reading, or sometimes they will say how negative can that reading be. I'm just thinking, oh well, I mean, if you don't have a problem, then why do you come here? You be out there in under the sun enjoying life, having a beer with your love, with your money, like with your money, you'll be like using, imagine these are your notes, your money. I mean, you have no problems. You wouldn't be here looking for messages, right? It's because when you're down at some point in time, you need messages to help you to navigate life. I don't know. I mean, in a way, I'm a human. Uh I do feel demoralized somehow. Yes. Yes. People will lash out if they don't feel like things resonate for them. For most people don't understand that a message doesn't resonate is not for them. Yeah, and like for me, because I know my life is a very my life, my background is so heavy. Like, let me just like for let me ask for those of you who's here, any one of you who got into a 6-digit debt, did any one of you here got into a 6-digit debt ever before in your life? I do. I know how struggling financially if you're in debt. I know how it feels. I'm talking about 6-digit. Even in US dollars, 6-digit, which is 100,000 or more and more. Any one of you had that amount of debt ever before? Tasha, you do. And that's the reason why we are able to connect. For those of them, sometimes little issues, they will just cry about it. Like for me, my life wasn't easy. At the age of 22, I was sacked. I was sacked by the bank. I was sacked by the bank. And do you know how serious if you get a mark, if you leave a mark in the banking, in the financial sector, do you know how serious? It's almost like my career is gone. My career is gone. I can never enter the financial sector ever again. I was sacked. Not because I did anything, but because I was very ignorant. And then uh and then the alliances the alliances that I that the my allies whom I work with, the agents whom I work with to get some cases for me to submit. Uh I was in the sales for banking, and then they did some manipulation to the documents. They just, yeah, they manipulated documents, and I was I was so I got into trouble for that, for not checking, so I was sacked from the bank at the age of 22, and then there goes my whole career in the banking sector. That's just another one of the incident. I like listening to different readers, but I read my own cards. I wonder, like, for people who read, can you really read it for yourself? I can't. I can't read it for myself. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. No, I mean, I, well, I mean, it was devastating for me, for a 22-year-old girl who got sacked by the bank and leaving a black mark. And because if you know how, like, if you go for job interviews, they will ask you, have you ever been terminated or sacked or terminated by any company before? You know, you have to make declaration. And if you join any major MNC, big companies, you they will do like reference check with your past employers. You will never get it. There goes my career. There goes my career. And I can only be in the small, like I can only be in those small firms, small sector. So, but I'm, and because of that, I have to work so hard. I have to work so hard, uh, to gain, to get to work my way up the corporate ladder, even though it is still in a small company, in a small firm. Yeah, but the fact was that, I mean, it was a fact that I didn't check the documents. You know how banking documents, when they take your ID, the banking, all the banking staff, whichever department you're talking about, they will have to verify your original versus the photocopied version. So we have to do original certification, original verifications. So because for sales, we always rely on external agents who will source for deals, and then they will bring in for the relationship manager, which is what I was doing the other time, back then, for the relationship manager to submit the cases. So, and I was doing lending. I was doing lending, doing loans and lendings, mortgages, enterprising loans and stuff like that. So we approve loans and lendings, credits, overdraft to companies or to individuals. So yeah, they have to take your income, your pay slip, your income, and then what happened was that this agent added an additional zero to the whole figure, like 20,000. They just added an additional zero to make it 200,000. So something like that. I cried the hell out of me. So what I'm saying over here is that I don't come from an easy life, and I feel like for me, my purpose here when I do all this reading, the messages will not resonate for many. It's going to be very negative because for me, my life purpose is to address, to be there for those of you who are in a very, very challenging situation. Not for those who are just here for fun, just looking out for any good luck coming, any good job, any promotion, increment coming. And then for those of you who are holding on, who has already a job, looking for new, better offer, those are like, they're not even an issue for most of the people who are unemployed. There are people out there unemployed for months, for years. No matter how hard they try, they just don't get anywhere. I feel like this is the group, the group of people that I'm here to serve. So it's not going to sound very positive in most of the reading coming from me. When I'm focusing on someone specific, but if there's too much energy surrounding me, I can get confused. I try to keep my energy clear. Human error, was it corrected? You mean it's not a human error. It was a negligence. It was a negligence because it was a negligence on my part to not certify original copy. So what happened was that this external agent just got the whole stack of documents like ID, passport, income documents, everything photocopy in photocopy. So back there in the office, we'll just stamp blindly like original certified. We just, you know how banks, they have a lot of stamp, original certified. I would just stamp all the documents without without physically or literally checking the originals document. All we got was already a photocopied version. Yeah. So, and this external agent of mine was referred to me by my team manager. My team manager asked me to use his agent because I was fairly a newbie. I was a newbie in there. And then so he was trying to help me. He said use my agent. He will bring in like cases and referrals to you. He will refer to you some of the cases that the agent has on hand. So this agent wasn't even my contact. It was my team manager's contact. And then he asked me to use his agent. I was still a newbie that back then, like probably just about 4, 5, 6 months old. So he wanted to help me to grow my figures, to gain sales. So he asked me to use his agent. So that was the earlier part of my life. That was the early part of my life. And then in my personal life, the 100K of debt that I got into was due to a relationship, was due to a man. Can you imagine how stupid this girl is? Like this girl here, 100K for a man. Well, I mean, no, it did happen. It did 100K. So this man, what happened was that when I got to know him, he was still working. He has a job. Everything looks okay. So when I got together with him just a few months after, something happened to his job. I do not know whether if he was sacked or if he resigned from his work. So then thereafter, consecutively for maybe 3 to 4 years, he wasn't working. I mean, he tried to look for jobs, and then but it didn't last anything more than 1 month. It didn't last anything more than 1 or 2 months, or just to pass the probation. It didn't last it. So for the most part, for all the years, I was supporting him. His car, vehicle finance, and I, for the most part, was because I took out the funds for him to start something for himself, to start a business. I asked him, you know what, you have to do something. I said I will take care of the funds. I took on all the credits, all the credits when I was at the age of 21. When I managed to get all the credit cards, overdraft, and all that stuff, I took all the money out. I said, take this money, do something, start a business on your own. I was hoping that he would kind of recoup back all the loss of income by starting something. But anyway, because we saw it as a long-term relationship. Yeah, like at that point in time, I never knew. I saw it as like, this is the guy that I'm going to end up with. In terms of responsibility, or in terms of love, this is the person that I'm going to end up with. So no matter what, now or later, I'm still going to help him. I'm still going to be his spouse, his partner. If I don't help him, who is going to help him? And that's how I just have to do what I ought to be doing, what I thought I should be doing as a partner, to support him and to help him in the best I can. So it all chalked up to like 100 over 1,000 with interest and all. It took me from then, 21 years of age, until about 30. Yeah, last year. I'm 31 this year. I'm 31 this year. So embarrassing. Last year at the age of 30, before my birthday in October. My birthday is October. I'm a Scorpio, right? So, but in the month of February, so before I turned 30 last year, in the month of February, I got everything cleared. Because finally the bank was issuing me like legal letters to take back all the payment. because we had some change of guidelines over there in Singapore. Like your total amount, total lending cannot exceed 6 months of your income. Even if you earn 5K, even if I'm a 5K earner, example, 6 months is only 30K. 6 months is only 30K. I'm having 100K debt. So the banks are issuing me letters and asking me to make a repayment of 100 of that 100 over K of debts. So that was a time where I was panicking and I was trying to raise funds for myself. To otherwise I have to be summoned to the court. Yeah. Oh, Tasha left. I missed out saying goodnight to her. You know, when I say this, when I'm like, when you get to know, my Gemini started his own business when we were together, but I never gave him anything. I have trust issue. That's how a Leo does. And that's what I'm wanting to say. When a Leo hear a story like mine, the Leo will not be able to comprehend what the fuck is this girl thinking about. I'm sure this is gonna be your reaction as a Leo. Because you just cannot comprehend how complicated life can be. Because Leo are just very simple. If you want to do it, you just do it. If you don't want to do it, just fuck it, right? This is how Leos does things. But to us, you know, even though we are not married, I'm already thinking like, oh, you know, we're gonna be together. If I don't help him now, I still have to help him sooner or later, and things like that. This is how complicated other signs like me can be, which is something that Leo can't comprehend. You will never be able to comprehend what the fuck is this person thinking about. So anyway, I was saying all this. I was gonna ask if the two of you. So we ultimately separated. We ultimately separated at the time of us about to get engaged. So I it was like the right time. It was like the right time. We applied for our housing. We were trying to apply for our housing, and then we got the ballot. It was a ballot. So we have the ballot for the housing, and then we got the letter that we were in for the ballot. And then that was the time where you have to put your down payment. And then that was the time where it just struck me like, where the hell am I gonna where where are we gonna get funds? Where are we gonna get money for this? That was the time when I just came to my senses that this is it. So I told him, no, I know we got the ballot for the housing, but no, we're not gonna go for it. And then thereon, he took it very personally, like, oh, you're not gonna marry me. I'm like, okay, I just go with it. I just follow and say, yeah, maybe we might not even marry because we're in deep shit now. We have no money, nothing, and we are in debt. I am in debt. How am I? Where do we get funds? You are not working. You don't have an income for years and years, and I'm in debt. How are we going to afford a house? Family planning, furnitures, renovation. Where? And I have no more capacity for more loans. So that's a time where we call it all off. We call it all off. Yeah. So it's everything is about timing. Because of all this, when I look back, I believe in timing. And I just when I come in to do what I'm doing today, I always want to give people that hope that there's always a time for everything. For everyone and everything in life. Even for us to get over an event, to get over a person, it takes time. And there will come a time where you will finally get over with it. But it comes with time. You can't force, you can't rush. Okay, this is getting boring. It is all about me. I don't want it to be about me. Talk about you guys. Who do we have left over here? I think still standing, and Tasha left. Who else? Nessa, you here? Veronica. I'm not sure if Veronica is still here. Veronica, you dating a Gemini? Laylee Williams, you have a trust issue with a Scorpio because I think he doesn't trust you. Time proved that he is the one who puts trust to the wrong people, but it already had me done with everything. I'm a Capricorn. Hi, Rupali. Laylee Williams. You know Scorpios, guys. Scorpios are... I'm not sure what is your idea of Scorpios. No, I'm not taking questions. Not taking questions. If I start to take questions, it will be endless. I'm just here because I'm having some difficulty doing readings for Virgos, and for today it's like energy is just off today. I have to check what's the transit today, but I just don't get any intuition about the readings at all. My sister is a Scorpio. She's doctor and discourages people. You know, when I see a very negative person, they are just not spiritually awakened. For one, definitely they are not spiritually awakened. And if you talk senses to people like this, if you try to talk senses to people like your sister who discourages people, who will say all that bad things. I mean, I give negative readings in the general readings, but I mean, I don't come from a place where I want all of you to fail in life, right? I don't come from a place where I want all of you to fail in life. But for people like your sister, I'm not sure whether if I'm getting the picture right, but because that's what you said, she discourages people. People who are so negative, or people who come from such negativity, they're just not, for one, they're not spiritually awakened. And what else do I want to say? I forgot what I want to say. She's a doctor, right? So we're talking about Scorpios who doubt. We don't trust. I don't trust people easily. But I will observe with my eyes. I will observe and I will take clues and hints and signs and cues. I'm still here. I think so, because you haven't said goodbye. Don't be rude, guys. If you want to leave, tell me. Like Tasha, she said good night, but I missed her. I was talking about my stuff here. So Scorpios, yeah, we don't really trust, but we don't do things to hurt you or to hurt anyone. It's reality check. The others give me a Disney view. Yeah, I mean, there's always something for everyone, I guess. Like for me, there's gonna be a group of people who appreciate me. It's just a matter of how big the group is. Like unlike like what Tyler's Tarot and all, wow, he's a superstar. And I don't know, yes girl, if you're saying one thing then another. Because it is a general reading, guys, I can't specifically say like the incident that all of you are experiencing, but like in, all right, I'm saying this just as a sharing. I'm not saying this for business, as coming from a business sense. So but in a personal reading, I could see, like, I think some of you, I don't think, all right, I don't think this group of you who's here with me now, uh uh experience that with me. Sometime back I was doing live readings, and then when I work on one-on-one energy, sometimes, right, sometimes, I'm not trying to make myself sound super no, but like one-on-one reading is a lot easier because you pick up directly what is exactly happening to the individual. You're able to pick up. I gradually find a lot easier to work on one-on-one reading than to do a general reading. I hate doing general readings these days because it's like everyone is so different, and I can't picture what all of you are experiencing over there. But one-on-one is a lot easier. Like there will be flashes and images. I could see that you have been bullied a lot, for example. Like I could see that you're laughing. I could see that you're saying certain things, and then how you be trashing out your guy and things like that. So those are the flashes and the images, and sometimes I laugh in it when I saw all those. I think for I can't remember, for one of the signs recently, I saw it was like I was talking about they having a hot fling over there, and then all those obscene acts and all just comes to my mind and just keep laughing about it. Like guys, I could see what you guys doing over there is like a super hot fling, like real, like real, yeah, hot fling. You do a good job. um well, I guess I have a lot of room to improve. I really have a lot of room to improve. For one, my communication, like the way I project, the way um like I can't really I'm not fluent in a way, that is easy to understand, or for those of you to know what I'm saying. Like you wouldn't know, for many people, I find that they might potentially have difficulty trying to understand what I'm saying in some of the readings over there, in some of the general readings. You know, I can't even I'm not fluent enough to really to 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 phrase it, or to to sentence it in a way where it's easy to you know, you can get the full picture what I'm trying to say over here. It's always in bits and pieces, but I'm learning. I'm I will learn along the way. I will learn along the way. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. And yeah, you know, I have to address to everyone's understanding level of understanding, and everyone's intellect. I have to adjust and try to accommodate to everyone, everyone from yeah. So that's one thing I know I have a lot of room to improve. But because I believe no matter what you do, even though we might meet with obstacle, I might not be the best reader, I might not give the best reading, but I constantly, every day, almost every other day, I will continuously post out my work. Because you know, there's this phrase that goes saying, whatever you do, never stop doing it. You know, like in never stop, never stop, whatever you do, never you see, I like, even if you're tired, I understand just fine, right? Hi Gemini Mika. Hello Taurus here. She bakes it. Hi guys. Whatever you do, never stop. Like just never stop moving. Yeah, never stop moving. Every day you have to do something. Even though it might be a bad reading, it might be a very lousy read, a lousy quality video, whatever you do, never stop. Every day you continuously you do something, you will get somewhere. It's just like in a race, even if you're tired, you're too tired to run, but at least you walk, you will reach your final destination. You don't come to a stop and then sit down there and just look at people running past you. So that's how I do it. I know I'm not having the best read. Like I have a lot of room for improvement, but I know whatever I do with more practice, I will be better. So every other day, I just try to put out some work, do something over here, do some readings on most of the days. Times like today where I haven't put out any reading was because I just it's like your cell phone, you just lost your connection. Just lost your connection. There's no connectivity. You'll be like, oh, where's the network? Where I just can't connect. I just can't connect today. I learned the hard way with my Gemini. He let him take over my life, and it ended up driving me crazy. Your last reading for Capricorn hit the spot. What did I say about Capricorns? Uh, Capricorns. Capricorns. I know for Capricorns. Why? I know, trust me, I know, but I just can't remember how did I title the Capricorn's reading. He even told me I needed help. LOL. You know, it's always the person who says that we need help, or the person who trash us, they are the one who needs help. Like good people or mentally sane, mentally stable people, they don't say nasty things to people, right? Let me see for Capricorns. I think the last reading you were talking about is the reading if you're dealing with Capricorn. Is that it, Lely? Laylee? Laylee? I want it, don't want it anymore. Remember? I don't think I that's how I caption the let me see. For Capricorns, I remember one of the reading was that they're trying to change for you, right? They're trying to change for you. People are trying to change to meet your requirements, to meet your standards, right? My YouTube just decided not to work on this other device. Fine. So people are trying to, so in the last read, I remember they're trying to please you. They're trying to please you. They're trying to do what you want them to be what you want them to be, to do what you want them to do. Sorry, girls. My God. You sure you guys are still here? I'm so sorry, girls. Is anyone still here? I'm sorry. Apologize. So sorry, so sorry. The Wi-Fi crashed. And I had no data with me. Oh. Who's still here? I think what's happening is that you guys are leaving your phone, putting your phone aside, not really looking at your phone, and just walk away. Who's still here? Hello. Knock knock. Is there anyone here still? Anyone still here? Oh. Oh, I'm on the other device here, and then I saw the messages is not happening on this screen, but it's happening on this other device. Okay, okay. Yeah, not it didn't froze. It was just cut down, like totally shut down because the Wi-Fi just gets cut off. Sometimes it happens. And then I have no data. I haven't got a new set of data for myself. I'm in a different place. This is not my home. So I have to get like SIM card, and because I'm thinking I'm now in Toronto, I'm thinking of going over to New York next next week or coming week actually. Supposed to set off tomorrow, but my lord, it's so expensive in New York. So expensive in New York. Even the B&Bs are trashy. It's like a very trashy place. They charge, and they overcharge just because it's in Manhattan. Obviously, the universe not on my side at the moment. Come back. Yeah, and I'm here. Strange, there's three of you. You, anyone? You guys still there or left? I see four, but one of them is my own device. Me. No response. I figured that today my reading network, my own network, I can't find my own network, is down. I did one personal reading today, and that's it. Like, I think I exhausted all of my energy in that one reading. Still here. Yeah. Guys, you guys are so supportive. It's like we're just really chilling out and hanging out over here. Like, nothing much going on, and you guys still want to be here. How boring is it? How boring is it? Who was it? And you're saying that your sister is a Scorpio? Your sister is a Scorpio? Your sister is a Scorpio. Discourages people. I would suppose your sister is still a very young Scorpio. A young Scorpio, a very ignorant Scorpio. Is it a younger sister? So boring, LOL. Yeah. I mean, there's only the few of us. It's not interesting. I mean, it's really not interesting. But as long as you guys still stay, I will still stay. Now, I just wanted to come back, like, even if there's only one or two of you, I just thought that I had to come back to have a proper closure before I just get cut off like that and be forever gone. I just want to thank all of you who's here with me tonight, or actually in some of my reading journeys. Not all the readings is going to sound very pleasant or music to the ears, but I really still appreciate all of you who gave me that thumbs up in those readings, even though some of them are, I know, like, they will not really resonate with many, with all, if not with all of you. But I really appreciate those of you who appreciate at least, the very least, my efforts, like the effort. So none of you, like, it's hard to express how appreciative uh I am, or some of the readers out there. It is hard to express how we really feel. So I just want to thank all of you. In fact, there's only two of you now, Anne and Lady. Yeah. So I was just joking. Oh Lord, she's older than you. She's older than you. Just like my ex, the one who got me into 100K of debts. He's also a Scorpio. He's we have an age gap of 14 years. 14 years. I knew him when I was 18. And he was 14 years, which is maybe 32. Then we broke up when I was 23. When I was 23, we broke up, and He was already near to 40, I believe. Yeah. And well, we really can't explain. I can't really explain how. Wow. Yeah. I'm I honestly speaking, I like to date older. Like I like to date older men. I feel like I'm able because but because of all those issues, all those things that I experience in my life, it puts me, sets me in a different stage, in a different setting altogether, that not many of my peers, people in my around my age group will understand. So I mean, not like I'm telling all of them my issues, but because I've grown so much over all these events in life, I could talk on a different level when it comes to sharing about life. And I could understand most of the things people are saying from anyone, any age group. The younger ones, the older ones, I could understand. Yeah. So, but I'm trying to date younger ones. Like I'm 31 this year. The last person I dated 2 months ago, he is 6 years older than me, which is like probably the youngest by far. So he's maybe 37. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Mm, God save me. Maybe it's just my luck. I have a Venus 29 degree. My Venus is 29 degrees. That makes my love life, my romantic life, um, that is gonna put my love life at stake. Being a last degree, or we call it the energetic degree, 29 degrees. So all those cups and 29 and 0 degree, 1 degree is gonna be very it's gonna be a lot more challenging than the other degrees, but more so for the 28 and 29 degrees. What? Why? Because this person, apparently he doesn't know how to deal with his life. He's almost like a public toilet. Anyone who comes, he will welcome them into his life. He will take them into his life. He's 36, 37, right? So when I was getting to know him, there was another old woman, like old lady, who's probably near to 50. They slept together. Like they had a relationship together. And then this old woman tried to come back when I was with him or dating him, when we were trying to get together. This old woman came back in, and he was like, oh, what do I do now? He doesn't know what to do. So immature, so immature. I mean, I'm not saying that the old woman is not suitable for him, but you apparently do not know how to keep your past in the past. It's like you just let everyone comes in. When you decided to get to know me, when you decided to see me, to date me, or to ask me to be your girlfriend, and then when someone else comes in, you'll be like, oh, so now I have another girl, what do I do? So, but it is different when you date someone older. They will tell you, no, not this, like this type of girl is not for me. I like it when people are able to say, no, this is not my type, not my type, not my type, right? But yeah, but the last one I dated was, I think, all right, so there's only the few of you here, probably the few of you who's here who haven't know my story. So what happened was that, I'm from Singapore, and then I travel. All right, not focusing on the travel bit, but more of I just go away, stay out and stay away from home, just to really focus on the energies and do my readings. So I've been out on a go. So the last stay I had was in this B&B as well. So I constantly be taking up B&B stay. It was actually with this landlord. who operates a farm, like a farm stay. So it's very country, it's a farm stay, and it is a shared place. So there apparently there are a lot of other guests who comes in and out. So Jack, all right. So long story short, he's one of the rare landlords who sleep around with the guests. Yeah, and I happen to be one of them. I thought I was special. I thought I was special, but no, it is like everyone. Like, all right, no, maybe not everyone. That's exaggerating, but it's just like a public toilet, right? So I went there twice. The first time it was a 1 week stay. And then I sort of like the country lifestyle. I really like country. I like chopping woods. I like burning, starting fire. I like all that woods starting fire thing. But I'm not so much an animal person. But I mean, I don't hate animals, but I wouldn't be like, ew, so cute. Oh, this is not me. Like, I can never comprehend why when people see puppies, kittens, cats, and dogs, they be like, oh, your dog is so cute. I can never comprehend that. Well, I mean, it's just a dog. I mean, I don't hate it, but I wouldn't be like, so cute. Oh my lord. I can't even. Can you see how disgusting, how gross I am when I do that? But alright, anyway. So, but I really like the country lifestyle. So for that 1 week stay, after I go back, and there seemed to be, we are able to talk. Like for the first week, nothing happened. For the first week, nothing happened, and then but we managed to connect on a very spiritual level. Like we talk anything that we talk about, the both of us just understand, and we just connect so easily on almost every topic. So I really enjoyed my stay there for the first week, which is a very decent stay. So I decided to go back again for the second round. So that was in December. Then January I went back again. Came back again to the same place. So we tried to get to know. It was a longer stay. So the first time was a week. The second time was a month stay. So we tried to get to know, and finally we got together. I was, I was avoiding him because I'm not sure what kind of lifestyle he's living, but he, in a way, he tried to convince me. Like, he was saying that he could see that I'm avoiding him, like, so he's trying to decipher me, which he got me right, and then I was being open with him how I felt about him and what I think about him, and then he was clarifying, no, you got the wrong idea. And then so he convinced me that he's not the type of person that I thought of him to be. So we got together, but we didn't got intimate right away. Like, even though, so from the guest room, from the open shared place, like in the living room where there are a lot of beds and mattresses, from that place I moved in to his room, but nothing. I said no sex, no sex, right? No sex. It's just really getting used to each other, getting used to one another. So I guess the word spreaded about him and me. There people are spreading about us, like his friends, because all his friends from the farm, sometimes they come over for a coffee, for a drink, and then they saw that both of us were closer than usual guests, so they thought that we were an item. So the word spreaded. So it got to this old French lady. It was a French lady. So the lady then came to his place. They are in the same town. Same town. Yeah, same town, small little town. Yeah, they're in the same town, but they're not living together. So the lady came and wanted to meet me. I'm like, okay, this is like two rivals meeting face to face. Oh god, high school with the gossip. Yeah. Just to I mean, since you guys are here, so if you want to listen to some stories, I'm always open to share. So yeah, so I met the rival. I met this old French lady who's maybe about 50 years old or so. So in a way we should be rival, but I made friend with her. I told her, like, I know what happened between the both of you. Before she came, the landlord told me about this girl. The landlord told me about this lady. like he was also trying to prepare me like what kind of person she is and what they had in the past. So he was trying to be very open. So okay, I got to know this French lady, and then but I decided that it was too complicated. It was too complicated, and I told the landlord, this guy, that maybe you should settle your past, like settle your issues first before we begin on a new relationship. Before we start anything new. So then we separated. I moved back to my living room. I moved out from his room to back to my place, which was so funny. Like, how do you know how it feels like, from the guest room you move to the master room? Wow, you're like the lady of the house. And then after that you moved out from the room back to your very pathetic pathetic living room, actually a shared space. Yeah, so I told him, settle your issues first, but from there on we never came back together. He seems to take forever to settle his issue. On what purpose telling you that? On what purpose? He was trying to clarify that he had nothing more to do with this this woman. He has nothing more to do with this woman, right? He was trying to clarify, like, all right, so last summer they had a relationship, because it was a low season for him. There was no bookings, no one came to stay in his farm. He was all alone, and then suddenly someone turned up. It was like a God's gift to him. It was like a soul connection somehow for this lady to come book a stay with him, and then they got together. That's how they got together. He said he was lonely. He was so depressed and so lonely last summer because it is in the northern Europe. So where all the northern lights are, which is winter season. So when it comes summer, where there's no more northern lights, uh so it is a very quiet season. So he don't get any bookings, and it's so quiet in his farm. So when someone came in, he he just got intimate with this person. Yeah, so that was his side of the story. And then he said after that he saw that this woman wanted more from him, where he told me that the both of them agreed that it was just a no string attached. It is a no string attached. He said that the woman, this French lady, agreed, but gradually she got to fall in love. She had feelings for him, and it got so complicated. And that's the time where he had to ask her to move out. And do you know where he asked her to move to? He puts her in his sister's place. In his sister's place. So that's why the girl is still the French lady is still in the village. Is still in the town village, actually. No, Linda, I no readings today. Because I'm not feeling anything at all. Like, I look at the cards and I'm not feeling. I can't tell you anything even if I want to flip some cards. Trust me, I flip some cards and I will never be able to tell you an accurate reading. It's the energy is just not here today. I apologize. When I'm feeling super, I promise I will do a good live reading one day. When I'm on super good energy. Just not today. I'm not feeling it. That's why I came in here online to just have a chit chat. I was trying to do some general readings for the signs, for the rest of the signs for 2019, but it's not happening today. Like, I just don't know how to read the damn cards. So trust me, you don't want to hear from me because my reading is going to be off today. You're welcome, Linda. Thanks for dropping by. Thank you so much. So, and you're saying that's his romance story. So yeah, so he was just trying to tell me how the both of them were just a no string attached, and how he was just lonely and bored, and then he just needed some closeness with someone, just needed to be close with someone. And then this French lady came. So he was trying to justify his action, and then was telling me there's nothing more there's nothing more with this French lady, even though the French lady is still there in the same village, but staying in the sister's place, in the sister's house. So, and then this guy, he has this landlord, he has a kid, and the French lady also came along with a kid. So this French lady will always be bring her daughter, who is 9 years old, to come play with his kid. So the both of them get together a lot, like for the sake of the kids, right? He said he left. She was like a godsend, and then no string attached. You did the right move. One day someone told me, Lily, one day someone told me, you should have fight for this love. I felt, I cried so bad. I cried so bad. I thought it makes sense. Why did I give up? Why did I give up? Why did I step out from this potential relationship? Why did I step out? Someone told me you should have fight for it. You should have fight for it. Why did you give up? Why did you step out and step away? But I just thought that I didn't want, from the beginning, I didn't want to start a new relationship with any baggages. I want it clean and clear. I want it very clean. We start fresh, we start new, no past baggages. That's where I come from. But someone, I can't remember who, someone told me, why did you not fight for it? And then I cried so hard. I cried so hard. Yeah. I guess even if I stay and even if I fight for him, like the outcome is gonna be, he will just be with me just for the sake of, because we have already started. Because since I've left, since I have removed myself from the equation, he has never came back to tell me that I'm sure you're what I wanted. And he didn't come back with anything like that. He just hides away. Throughout the stay over there in his farm, he would just hide inside his room at his computer desk, and then I'll just be doing my readings and doing my stuff out there in the living room. We will avoid one another in the same roof, under the same roof, in the same house. We will avoid one another. We only mix together, have a gathering over a dinner when there are more people around us, his friends or some guest comes, joins us. Then we will behave like just host and a guest. But he didn't, after I removed myself from the equation, 1 week, 2 weeks after, 3 weeks after, he didn't come to me to tell me that, you know what, we don't have to hide this anymore and I'm sure you're what I wanted. He didn't come back with anything like that. Until the last day when I left, he just said sorry. Sorry to put you into a situation like this. One word sorry. One word sorry. I fought for my 2 years with my Gemini, and it led nowhere. That's why I left. And I don't give up easily. He could have fought for you too. Exactly. That was my thought. Like, if someone wants you, they will come for you. You know how it is, like girls over here. Many people come here for love reading. They want to know, does he love me? Does he has got someone else? These are the things that we do for the thing called love. We're here to find out more. We are interested to find out. We want to know more. These are the things that the female will do when it comes to the person they are interested in. But for the man, so the same for the man. If you are interested, you will do whatever it takes to bring you closer with the one whom you love. That's what I believe. And if they never come back, they just don't love you enough. So yeah, until the last day when I checked out, and then he just said sorry. I cried so hard on my last day, trust me. I cried so hard on my last day because for the rest of the time when I was still there, I don't want to move out. I don't want to move out because I feel like this is not my case. Like, I've got nothing to do with this. I came here for a stay. I will still stay. I wouldn't move out because of your own drama. I'll still stay. If you're not comfortable seeing me here, I'm sorry, but this is my stay. Unless you get me a different accommodation, send me somewhere else, but put me in a decent place, right? So I just decided to still be there, but he will avoid me every day. Every day we will avoid one another. So yeah, on the last day, he just said with one word, sorry. I cried so hard. I told him that it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to deal with him every day from the day that the event happened until my last day of checkout, which is 3 weeks after. 21 days. For that 21 days, for 3 weeks, I have to bear. I have to be in that place under the same roof with him and dealing with the French woman who constantly come over here to intercept, just to ensure that we're not together. We are not together, and we have got no chance together. So this French woman constantly come over here and do some painting in the house and whatever. There's like a lot of excuses, or otherwise she will bring her kid here to play with his kid. Yeah, sometimes, not every time, because he don't get the custody of the kids. So a lot of excuses. So I have to deal with the both of them. I have to be friend with this French lady. I promised her I'm out of this. The rest is for the both of you to resolve between the both of you. And I made friend with her. It was really difficult. It was really difficult. Of course you cry. To clarify your soul, I will too. It's hard to find the kind of person that has that click. Then you realize if he wants you, he should fight for you. Hi, Coco. Hey, long time, Coco. How are you? Having some chit chat over here. I cried for many reasons. Awkward position. It wasn't awkward, like, because I'm a people person. I'm a people person. So I used to be in sales, so I know how to manage a situation or just any situation. I can make friend with everyone, but yeah. So like I even made friend with my own rival, with my own love rival. I was like I was so close with her, with this French lady. So I put my arms around her and be like, and I'll pet her. Don't worry, I'm out of this. I promise you. That's what I did. Like, because for me, I don't want to hurt this French lady. Because I seriously, I do not know where I stand. I do not know where I stand. Was I the one who came in to disrupt them, or what? I do not know. So I told her I'm sorry about all this and I don't want to hurt anyone here, so I'm removing myself away from him. Yeah. So and I feel like I never want to see myself as like bitches, cat fights, having cat fights, me fighting with this French lady and this French lady hating me, hating the sight of me and looking at me like this bitch is here to get to be close with this guy. I don't want that. I want all of us to be harmonious together. Yeah. So in fact, I spend more time with this French lady than with the landlord, even though we're under the same roof. This French lady don't come here to stay, but she will make a trip almost every day to come here to do some painting, whatever, some creativity in the house, because it's a farm, right? So you can paint and all those cottage, what do you call that? A cottage. So yeah, so that's my story. I just don't understand. Like, my love life is so, I think it's interesting. So interesting. Oh, I didn't tell you. So there was another girl. There was another girl who came back to stay with him. But this time around, this girl brought along with her current boyfriend. It all happened in the same time, right? It all happened in the same time. So this girl who came back as a return guest to stay with him, but this time around with her current boyfriend, also slept with him before. So this girl slept with the landlord before, and also at the same time, she had a new boyfriend who's together in this stay. All of us are here. So there was me, this French lady, and this other return guest, but she came with her boyfriend. So the three of us had a relationship with this landlord at the same time. All of us stood there, gathered there, have dinner all together. We sat down, have a dinner on some of the days. It happened more than once. All of us had a dinner. I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't tell you the place. I wouldn't tell you the place, obviously. Yeah. So all of us, we sat down, we had dinner. So the third guest, this other guest and her boyfriend, the French lady, me and this landlord, and maybe a couple of his friends as well. So all of us, we sat down, we had a meal together on some days, we chill out together. Wow, it was like, what a trip, what a stay over here. I asked him one day, did it make you feel good about yourself to have three girls at the same time staying who had a relationship with you, standing right in front of you? Did it make you feel good to see three girls who's standing right in front of you, whom you had relationship with, all at the same time? Did it make you feel good? I asked him. He said no, it felt horrible. He said it felt horrible. Whatever horrible or not. And this other girl, because I think this girl who came with the boyfriend knew him way before, like maybe 3-4 years ago. She came and then they got to know each other. So this girl, the last girl that I'm talking about, knew him way before for a couple of years. And they were so close, they were so comfortable with one another that even during this time when all of us were there, sometimes she would jump into his bed. Sometimes she would jump into his bed to chat with him or to talk to him or to just grab him out from his room to ask him to come out to join the rest of us in the living room, have a drink or so. So much for feeling lonely. You know what? So, all right. So this country, this is Finland. Finland, they are known for saunas, right? They are known for saunas. And the Finnish culture for sauna, all of them go into sauna naked. Naked. Nothing. No undies, no underwear, no towel, nothing. All of them go in ice with, like, they broke the ice just by going into the sauna. It is mixed, like everyone, however many it can accommodate, maybe about 6-7 at one time. The size of a typical bathroom, for those of you who has got a large bathroom, so that's a size of a typical large bathroom. But if not, for those of you who has got small bathroom or toilets, it will be maybe 2 toilets, the size of 2 toilets, small ones. Yeah, so all of them join the sauna naked. And that's how they could break the ice so easily, because they see one another, see all the naked bodies during that sauna time. And then when they come out from sauna, it's like everyone is so close. You could just tap on one another, because it's like, what's wrong? We're in the sauna naked. We see each other's body. But you know what I'm saying? The way I see it, he's an experienced jerk. Sorry for not candy coating it, but you walk away from something horrible. Kudos to you. Makes sense how familiar people can get there, right? It makes sense, yeah. Like how people can, but I didn't go into the sauna naked. I still had a towel no matter what. And he asked me, did he ask me? No, he didn't ask me. He respected me. I said, but I tried to explain, like, I respect the Finnish culture. I respect the culture over there, but I don't expect people to just get to see my body just like that. And they are not people whom I know. They're not even my friends. They're just random guests who comes into the home and then they will leave in a day or two. I'm not an exhibit. This is not a zoo. So I still wrap myself with a towel. I only go in without a towel if I'm alone. Like no one else wants to do the sauna for the day. or I would do it in a different time than the rest of them. I will go in for the sauna. If I'm alone, yeah, then I will not have anything. But if it's with the group, then I will have a towel. Yeah. So this is self-respect. Self-respect. And I told him, the fact that you give yourself away in a sense that you sleep around with female guests so easily and so conveniently, it just goes to show that you have no self-respect at all, right? There's no self-respect. I respect myself, I love myself, and I'm not going to give myself away so easily. Got to go. No worries, lady. Thanks for being here with me. Thanks for being here with me. Good night. Maybe I should go as well. Who's here and haven't had a chance to say hi? Who's here and haven't had a chance to say hi? Maybe I should log off soon as well, because like none of you are talking to me unless you have something to talk about. Otherwise, let's keep it short over here. I will rest myself and I continue to do the rest of the 7 signs: Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. 7 signs of the full year 2019 reading. But I just want to tell you, for those of you who are still here, they are not always positive, not always positive message, because apparently people who are here have some difficulty in life and needs navigation, right? So it's not gonna sound very pleasant or music to the ears. Hi Mimi, hello. So I apologize if the readings haven't been very entertaining, in a sense that it's not so positive. It doesn't sound positive. I apologize, but those are the messages for my clan, for my clan, for my targeted audience. Yeah, but I appreciate people who, those of you who still stayed with me in this journey, even though some of the readings might not be for all of you. I appreciate all of you who still stay with me in this journey. Thank you so much, guys. I thought I was gonna end up with Tay, the Gemini, when for the first time ever I cared so much about marriage and children, which I have never. And you know Leos, you know that Leos, they care for themselves more. Do you agree? Am I being opinionated, or is it just my own opinion? Because I feel that Leos, yeah, you can, I'm sure you love people around you, but when it comes to very crucial time, it's almost like, sorry, I'm first. Like Leos, they are the king of the forest. They are the king of the forest, right? They are always the first. And now that he's gone, and those feelings along with him. Exactly this is what I'm saying. When a Leo say they love, when a Leo says that they love, um, I would still trust that they love themselves more. I'm not saying from a point of Leos being self-centered, but Leos love themselves more than anyone else. But if not, maybe the family members, yeah. But Leos, maybe not even the family members. You know, I have got this Leo girlfriend with, like, my one of my good, very close girlfriend. She's a Leo. She would tell me, like, one day my mom asked me to pay her bill. I just asked her to just F off. I'll never pay her bills, but she loves her mom. She loves her mom. And now that, yeah. So this Leo, she loves her mom. She said I love her, like, she loves her mom. But one day we were talking about something, and then she said something like, if my mom ever asked me to pay her bills, I was just ask her to just fuck off. I mean, like, not literally, but that's how, uh like, they would protect. They are very protective of themselves, like people taking advantage of them. That's not me. I mean, like I said, not literally like she asked her mom to fuck off. Like, I mean, I'm sure if the mom needs some money from her, she will give it to her. She will definitely give it. But she's trying to describe to me how, like, she can always take care of herself. Like, her mom is a millionaire. Her mom, she's like, her family is okay to do. Her mom, like, the parents, the folks are, they are millionaire. So she's coming from a point where, like, they have the ability to take care of themselves, so she doesn't need to do anything for them. I would put him first even when I was unhappy or he needed help with his business. You're a different Leo. You're a different Leo. You're a different Leo. What did I do? What did I say for Leo's reading? They left you. Like, for Leo's reading, I know Leo's, they left you, but you know you're still standing good, standing strong, looking good, sexy and hot yourself. Like, you can know, you do well without them. You don't need them. You don't need them, but in a way, for them to have you, it is their luck. It is them who's fortunate to have you. But it is not your loss in any way to not have them, right? It's a front. You're not as weak, or as fragile as what you said. Like, oh, you're sad about him leaving. I mean, maybe it affects your emotion, it affects your mood a bit, but it's not going to destroy you to an extent where you can't even work, you can't even focus on your life, right? We can't show too much weakness. Yeah, that's how a Leo, that's yes. All right, this part of you about not showing even when we are breaking. Yeah, because you got to look like one, look like, you got to still look pretty, you still got to look like nothing can ever get to you. You're a Leo. You will live with your heads high up, with your nose high up, with your chins up. So that's a Leo. They will never show the fragile side of them, even though internally they feel upset about certain things. But they will never cry about things like how some girls, they will cry easily. I'm a person who cries very easily. Leo girls. He hates when I cry. Which I think it is not a, I mean, it is a cue, it is a sign to show guys should never, or probably that's the last thing they should ever do, is to make a girl feel wrong, feel like, feel feel wrong about themselves when they cry. We are humans, we have emotions. What's wrong with crying? And when a guy looks at you like, why are you crying? What's there to cry about? They look at you with this expression, be like, what are you crying about? Like, you know, it tells a lot about a person. He was not the touchy. No, exactly. He looked perplexed. What's wrong with human crying? What's wrong with human being weak? And a person like this is to me is a psycho. This is a psycho in the mind. What's wrong with a human crying, especially a female crying? Don't look at me with that eye. Like, I have a problem. I have a mental issue here by crying. You have a mental issue there by not acknowledging your emotions, your feelings, right? Oh, this is the one of the worst thing ever, when a man says, look at a female who's crying and be like, why are you crying? I mean, I get annoyed and disturbed when girls cry for nothing, when girls cry over jerks, and I'll be like, oh my god, why are you cry even crying for that man? Yeah, I mean, a reaction like this is normal. When we see girls crying over boys, I'm like, he doesn't love me anymore. I will get so annoyed. I will be annoyed. But I wouldn't look at you be like, oh my god, why are you crying? Look at you. Exactly. This is a psychopath. This is what we call either a narcissist or a psychopath. They just make you feel like you're abnormal. You're abnormal. Narcissist. This is probably the worst type of person. I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say that to your guy, but really, like, a decent, I'm not talking about the best person, but a decent person, when someone cries, you will be like, okay, cool down. Don't cry about little things like that. It's gonna be fine, everything will be over. At least, the very least, that's the very least you can do, right? But you don't look at a person like, my god, look at you, you're crying. You kidding me? You're crying? Right? Oh my god. I know he was. Yeah. Is there any reason why is it because we are chatting, or you're still attached to him somehow to a certain degree, you have not fully gotten over it? No, not even one time. Not even one time. I wouldn't be with someone even for once, even if he did it once. If he looked at me when I cry with that eye staring at me like I'm like I'm a nuts or something crying, that's it. I will automatically know that I have no feelings for a person like this. Who who stops a person from crying? I'm not sure why I'm not over him. I need time, I guess. This is um I think for you, if you're not over him, is because you haven't figured out where or who did you lost it to. Many times we are, and that's how stalker exists. That's why we have stalkers, because we want to know what is it about us that can't keep a man or can't keep a person with us. Not necessarily a man, maybe a man can be stalking a woman. We just want to know what is it about us or what is it about the others, the rest of the people out there, that's able to capture their attention while we are not. So we look at the differences between us and the people whom he or she is might be potentially talking to. That's what stalkers do, right? Look at this photo. They're standing so close. There must be something between the two of them. That's what stalkers do. They will think and imagine the worst possible. So it is a need to know. It is a need to know. It is a need to know. I'm not sure whether if you know what I'm saying. I feel like it is a need to know. I have no interest in getting back with him, but I just can't cut off my feelings, like if it never meant anything to me. Yeah. Like if it never meant anything. So let me share with you. So this Leo girlfriend of mine. Wait, hang on. So this Leo girlfriend of mine, she broke up with her boyfriend of 14 years. She broke up with her boyfriend of 14 years. Um So they have been separated for about maybe 1.5 years. The last So last month, she got to know that he got engaged. Just last month, in the month of February, he got engaged with a new girl. But in the month of last year, somewhere November and December, the both of them were attempting to meet up, and were attempting to meet up, and the guy even tried to ask her out for a dinner. And then 2 months after, in this year, in the month of February, she got to know that he just got engaged. In that month of February, he got engaged. So she's feeling so upset. She couldn't figure out why, if he had someone else and if he has intention to be engaged with the girl, why in the month of December he still wants to ask her out. He still wants to chill out and hang out with her. She thought that they could still make it back together. So that's my Leo girlfriend. She couldn't figure out. She's been waiting for her for this 1.5 years, ever since they have separated. She said she knew that they will come back together one day. She know that they will come back together one day. But anyway. Okay. Geminis don't like commitment. Alright, I think I can answer your question, right? For you, and Geminis don't like commitment. They don't like exclusivity. If you, for one, who ask of them exclusivity, commitment, just you and only you, they will go. Not that thing. To be committed or to be exclusive in a relationship. Exclusive to you, one person, I mean, not about you, but exclusive to one person for a Gemini, almost no way. Those are illusion. I don't think that way. Those are illusion. That way, what way is that way? I can't remember what was my last line. But anyway, I was talking about my girlfriend. So I don't think it is everyone. Yeah. But Geminis, they cannot commit. If you indirectly try, if they will know, if you try to control them like a remote controller, if you try to control them or you try to get them to commit indirectly, they will know it. Geminis are smart. Geminis are really smart. They know what are the females, what are the women up to. If the woman is trying to control them or is trying to tie them, they will flee. About my friend. Oh, you mean when the guy asked to meet her for dinner, it doesn't mean anything just because the guy asked her for a dinner? Alright, so to that story of my friend, so maybe in the month, sometime maybe in the month of October, right? So sometime around the month of October, they hook up together. So they were trying to talk, like they were trying to get back to like talk and trying to come back to work things out again. So one day the girl got him some weeds, and then, which is illegal back there in my place, which is so precious because it's illegal. It's illegal in my place, I don't want to mention again where I came from, which is illegal in my place, but somehow they managed to get it in. So she got some weeds and then she wants to give it to him. My girlfriend don't take weeds, or maybe she do. She thought of him immediately. So she met him, she brought it to his place. So that was the first time after 1 year, after their separation for 1 year, this weed was the one of the excuse that she had to meet up with him. She brought weeds over to him, and then they smoked weeds over there at his place. And then they got intimate. They hook up. So after the hookup, the guy, the guy sort of made the guy sort of made initiative to meet her another time. So she's an Indian. So they celebrate Diwali, the Indian light festival, which is somewhere around November time, which is like a new year, the new year to Indians. So she's so the guy wanted to come over to her place on this Diwali day, to her place to visit her family, to pay a visit, to visit the family and her. So this is the longer, the other part of the story, which I didn't say. So she thought that like the guy is trying to make things up and trying to come back together by wanting to go to her place on a new year, on their Indian New Year's Day. Hi, love life. No reading today. See my caption? I said maybe not. Live reading, but maybe not. No, I mean no readings as in because I don't feel anything at all. I can't tell you anything even if I flip the cards. I don't get anything at all. My network, my connection today, my what's that? My cable today is just not working. So, and this is why my girlfriend, she thought that the guy is trying to come back to reconcile, because he's been asking her out or wanting to meet her at during such festival day. Yeah, understandable. Antennas, yeah, antennas. I came here because I was doing general readings. I was trying to record the general readings for the rest of the signs, but I look at the cards and I did not know what to say about the cards. I just do not know what to say about the cards. So I can't help it. I mean, I don't want, if I can't do a reading, I can't do a reading. If I can do a reading one day, I will give you a superb reading. On live, I'm talking about live. One day. I know I have to do that one time. I want to do that one time, but you know, sometimes people come in and they just, I'm putting myself, I'm making myself looking like a public toilet when I do a live reading, live and free reading. Usually, like live and free reading, people come in like public toilets, just use and just walk off. Somehow, some of them, I'm not saying all of them, I'm not saying all, but there was this one or twice, some really bad experience that I had when I did the free readings a month ago, last month. Mayra, you see that a lot. Yeah, and I mean, I really want to do, if only I know who's real, who's appreciative. That time when I did the live, when I did the free reading, there was this girl, I can't talk enough about this girl. So there was this girl, everything I said to her, she threw me back a question. Like I told her something like, the guy is over you. She will ask me, why is he over me? I said, the both of you just don't gel. Then she will ask me, why is it that the both of us don't gel? I said, you're just not the type of girl that he likes. He said, then what type of girls does he like? You know, the question just goes on and on and on and on and on and on, like 100 questions. If I say that, oh, he likes red, why does he likes red? Doesn't he like blue? This is so annoying. I will always talk about this person. No. Alright, many of you are trying to come in for a reading, guys. No readings today because I can't read. I can't read the cards. I look at the cards and I do not know what to say about the cards today. I was trying to do a Virgo reading. I attempted it for 4 times. I recorded it for 4 times. Nothing. I look at the cards and be like, Okay, I got nothing to say. I do not know what to say. All good. Yeah. Oh, I've been waiting for the Virgo. You're being protected. We all have those days. Yeah. No, but I haven't. It shouldn't be. Today was really bad. Today was really bad. I guess maybe because maybe my housemate disturb disturb my vibe and my energy. You know, okay, let me just talk about this, just trash this out. So what happened just now before I was recording the Virgos reading? So it was around evening dinner time. So my housemate, she was on her phone watching Netflix. She was on her phone watching Netflix in the living room where the TV is, right? Where the TV is, but she's not watching the TV, she's watching her Netflix. So I was having my dinner, I turned on the TV, I was heating up some food in the oven, in the microwave. So I went to pick up my food. I came back to the TV, to the living room. She turned off my TV. She turned off my TV. And then I said, hey, you turned off my TV. I want to watch. She said, no, we can't, the both of us can't be watching things at the same time. Am I wrong? Crap, am I wrong? The television is here. This is the living room. Of course, I watch the TV. If you want to watch your Netflix, bloody go into your room, right? Go into your room to watch your Netflix. And then she walked off. She stomped off the living room like I did her wrong just because I turned on the TV and then it's disturbing her watching her Netflix. I know this is like girly. This is like girly fight. I mean, I didn't. I wasn't. I'm not sure. I mean, I try not to let it get to me. It's just one of the incident where you stay with people, there will be some friction on some days. That's fine, that's fine. But I can't read. Like I just couldn't comprehend. Do you have to stomp off when you are the one watching your Netflix on your phone in the living room and I turn on the TV and I'm disturbing you? You watching your Netflix, you should go into your room, right? She ain't my mama. No, I just be like, okay, I mean, if walk off if you want to. Anyway, it is only the right thing for you. If you're on Netflix, you go back to your room. If me watching the TV is disturbing you, then I'm sorry. This is where the TV is. I'm gonna sit here with my dinner. I'm gonna watch the TV, right? And then she stomped off like, no, we can't be watching things at the same time. What do you mean by we can't be watching things at the same time? It doesn't make sense, right? This is how very selfish people. You want to watch your Netflix, you take the common space, you take the common area, and then everyone else don't need to do anything. So just one of the very rare incidents. All right. Then from there on, I couldn't focus on my reading. I thought that, okay, this is a bad vibe. This is bad vibe. I can't read when I got shocked by someone who could react so strongly when I watch a TV in the living room, disturbing her Netflix. Hey, Sonia, my Virgo girl. Oh yes, make no sense. You should. Yeah. Everyone. So Sonia has been with me for as long as for the most part of the time when I come on live. Even if there's no one with me, she, like most of you over here, actually like Anne and Layli earlier, like even when I went down on Wi-Fi, the both of you still stay on and hang on, waiting for me, hoping that I come back. Sonia is another girl who's so supportive, who's standing by me, at least in my opinion, that she will come in as far as she can. She's in a different time zone. She's in London, I believe. In London. Yeah, so European time zone. So her time is ahead of us. So now I believe she has woken up. She woke up for her Monday morning. Good morning to you, Sonia. I've made new friends today, Sonia. We have Anne. We have cherry blossom. We have who else? There's this other girl, Mayra. I'm not sure if Mayra is still around. I'm not sure also if Love Life 369 is still around. Yeah. Holla. Sounds good. Okay, she doesn't mean hell or she doesn't mean that. she, Sonia, your typing needs to improve. Otherwise, our new friends will get offended. No, I'm just joking. They don't get offended. They're really nice and friendly people. Yeah. So Sonia, I was telling everyone, and because Sonia, our girl here, Sonia is a Virgo. Sonia, I was just telling everyone here that I had difficulty doing a Virgo reading today, and it just spoiled my whole day. I got stuck with Virgo. I can't move on with the rest of the readings. I mean, I could have done Libra and Scorpio and so on, but Virgos, I'll just woke up. Where do I live? Me, Cherry. I'm from Singapore, but now I'm in Toronto, which I really don't enjoy. I don't enjoy Toronto at all. It's so uninteresting over here. I regretted coming to Toronto. And I'm going to be here for 2 months. I booked my stay for 2 months. Oh my god. I hope none of you is from Canada or from Toronto. Oh my god. It's so boring here in Toronto. So boring. So boring. Oh, cool. I'm in US. I've been to Toronto. I wasn't impressed either. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing. Nothing at all. I went there for New Year. My god, why would you even come to Toronto for New Year? Why? It's like, I think even Philly, places like Philly would be, or New Jersey would be a better place. I mean, just random. I'm just randomly saying some state, some names here, but never regret. You will walk away with something from it, hun. I want so bad to travel. Connecticut. That's also Eastern time. Also from Connecticut is the east, right? Up northeast, is it? Up north, further. I think, yeah. Up further north from New York. Yeah. I might make a trip next week to New York, but it's so expensive. Yes, by New York. So expensive in New York. How? I mean, I don't know. It's so expensive in New York. I'm just thinking of like a Friday, just maybe a weekend, a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's almost gonna cost me like 1,000. I mean, because I have to fly over there or just rent a car for transportation. So even a normal 3-star hotel or so, all in all, for a stay of 3 days or so, it's gonna cost me about $1,000 or maybe 800 minimum USD. So expensive. It's tourist. Boredom is sometimes a blessing. Yeah, Sonia, your life is too interesting. I know. Your life is too interesting. Cherry blossom love. Doesn't get you much. Yeah. I mean, what have I learned? What have I learned about Toronto during my stay here? Nothing much actually. I just get to see like the culture here. It is very diversified. A lot of Asians are here, like me, myself. A lot of Asians are here, but a lot of them are like a permanent resident here. They probably migrated. A lot of them from India, China, Hong Kong, and Nigeria, South African as well. Very diversified. I don't see many like local whites, Canadian whites. It's all Asians or like African black over here. So it's very diversified over here. But in terms of like landscaping and tourism, there's nothing interesting. I've seen zoo before. What I mean, come on, don't ask me to go to a zoo. Why would I go to a zoo? I'm not even with a kid. And I have zoo back in my own place, and we have better zoo there. What else? Nothing else. The only thing I miss about Canada is the rose tea latte from Starbucks. That was sarcasm. And that was sarcasm. You sure that's the only thing that you can be missing on and about Toronto? Yeah. Really, I mean, I wouldn't miss Toronto anyway. I wouldn't miss Toronto. Not at all. I wouldn't miss Toronto. I still like Europe. I still like Europe. I haven't been to the States, so uh I have reserved for this continent, for this side of the globe. I haven't been to the States at all. At all. If I were to go over to New York next week, it will be my first time ever stepping into the United States of America. No worries. Thanks for coming, Sonia. Keep going. Keep going. And I saw all your notes. I just haven't had the time to reply, but I saw. Appreciate them. Thanks. I will sign off soon. I will be signing off soon. Miss you. I miss all of you girls. With the Capricorn girls, the gang. Who else is here? Alright guys. I guess I will sign off too as well. I want to try to heal and recuperate on my energy. Hopefully tomorrow I can get some good readings out. But I know there's definitely, again, there is bound to be negative message somehow. I don't know how to not say the truth. I do not know how to not say the truth. I like some readers where, wow, they give very good readings. Like, there'll be someone coming to you. They're gonna be either fire signs or water sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or whatsoever. Oh Lord, am I frozen? And can you tell me, am I frozen? But anyway, maybe we'll sign off. But just let me know if you're still here. Okay, I'm still here. All right, then I will just verbally say good night to all of you. Wherever you're at, good morning, good night, and goodbye. Thanks for being here with me, guys. So I will sign off now. Anyway, I'm frozen. So thanks for being here with me, guys. I really appreciate. I appreciate all this time with all of you here from the bottom of my heart. Good night to all of you.